Recording of this meeting is being made and shall be kept for 30 days as a public record. Please stand and pledge allegiance.
Okay, ready?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. I am here. Mario's here. Bob is absent. Dwayne is here. Adrian here, and Madison is here. With the agenda? Yeah. Motion by Madison. Second by Sarah. All in favor? Aye. Okay. Reports and communication. Robotics presentation. It's not
Good evening, board members. I am Enrique, the manufacturing team for Team 6060. We are very grateful for your continued support throughout the years. We are an ever-growing team of 20 consistent members so far. We have learned a lot this week. We have a designated CAD team and a designated programming team that have learned how to program line lights, swerve, and April tags as well. Swerve is an FRC module that utilizes two different motors to turn the robot simultaneously at the same time instead of having to turn the whole robot and only turn the wheels. Because of this, we are looking forward to the future. We are hoping to go to talk to the elementary and opening a Lego robotics league, as well as helping out in the community, such as Earth Day, where we pick up garbage around the community, and participate in events such as the parade. But for this, we require a bigger room. Because of the amount of members we have, we are struggling at the moment to house all of the machinery and different field elements that we have. They are made out of wood, and because of the rain, they have gotten waterlogged and are struggling to maintain shape as of this moment. Right now, we'd like to do things a little differently, and I would be introducing Brian, our CAD lead, Alyssa, our co-treasurer, Agner, a manufacturing member, and you're going to see our co-captain. Brian?
So, good evening, board members. Thank you for having us here. My name is Brian Mateo, and I am this year's current CAD lead. So, I'm basically in charge of designing, drawing out, and basically just planning out how our robot will look for the current season, and that way everybody else can design robots like these. I've been in this program for around 3 years. This will be my third year. I joined in my sophomore year, and around the same time as I recently moved here from LA to Roseman. And thanks to this program, I'm able to learn more about this community and basically have a comfortable place as I got used to new things around here. And thanks to that, I've met many people, I've gained new experiences, as well as I've been managed to learn and also practice skills which I believe will be helpful for me in the future, especially for the careers I'm finding. Now I'll be followed by Alyssa and Jake.
I am Alyssa Barton. I am the co-treasurer, and this is my first year on the team. When I moved here last March, I was not expecting to find a hardworking community of people who helped me find my place in Rosamond. I have become part of the CAD and manufacturing sub-teams, which have helped me train for my goals of going to college to become a mechanical engineer. I am happy for having the experiences I've had so far, and I hope to have a lot more. I will now be referring to Athena, a member of our manufacturing section.
Alright, I'm Athena Paulino. This is, like Alyssa, this is also my first year on the robotics team. I'm in manufacturing. So robotics was first suggested to me, that's the reason I joined. But I never really thought it would be something I was like invested in. But I feel like I really learned a lot about like with the machines we use, the tools we use, and the machines we're building. And I really don't think I would have had an opportunity to learn this much about robotics and things like that in this team, like anywhere else. So yeah, I think it's really been a good opportunity for me. I think it's opening a lot of other fields for my future. So yeah, I'll pass it on to Yuri.
Hi, I'm Yuri. This is my third year being in robotics. I'm co-captain this year. My first year, I became the electronics lead, and it was kind of an insane experience. I figured out a lot about leading different people and learning on the go and being able to teach others as I learn. And we figured out a lot about leadership, and I'm still learning and improving this team, how to manage it and get us to Worlds hopefully this year. Honestly, it would be really cool if we could go to Worlds this year. But I'm a senior here, and I could not be up here talking to you guys the way that I'm talking to you guys if I wasn't in robotics. Like, this has changed my life. I can talk to people. It's insane. Now we're gonna do a robot demo because we learned Swerve.
So in order for the robot to work, we actually connect to Wi-Fi through the little white box in there, that's the radio. But it takes a little bit to boot up because Wi-Fi. Yeah, seriously. What is it?
While they're setting up the robot, does any member of the board have any questions that they'd like to ask at this moment? Yes?
I'm just curious, where is World?
Worlds is in Houston, Texas.
We've visited before. Was this one? So wonderful. Yeah, let's go to Worlds.
I wanna go.
Different categories during the seasons to be able to make it to the board.
In order to get to Worlds, you only actually have to win one regional. This year, we are attending two regionals. We are attending Ventura Regional, and we are attending AVR, which is the Aerospace Valley Regional. As long as we are able to win one of the regionals, we will be able to go to Worlds.
We're ready. Okay, enabling robot, make sure, clear. It e-stopped.
What did it?
It emergency stopped.
Turn it back on.
Yep, turn the robot off, and turn it back on. Well,
That's going.
who wants to ask more questions today?
Why don't you describe
No,
it's working?
it just e-stops like this.
Describe what they're gonna see. It's the animation.
This is the animation for the 2024 competition for Skusd, I
Welcome to the 2024 First Robotics Competition Game, Crescendo, presented by Haas. 2 alliances of 3 teams each compete to score or play notes in 3 different field elements. Amplify their speaker, get on stage, harmonize, and take the spotlight before time runs out. alliances earn additional rewards for meeting specific scoring thresholds and for cooperating with their opponents. Robots start each match inside their alliance's starting zone and may be preloaded with a note. During the first 15 seconds of the match, robots are opponents and can be programmed to leave their starting zone, play preloaded notes in their speaker or amp, and collect and play additional notes. During the following 2 minutes and 15 seconds, drivers control their robots. Robots collect notes from human players at their source and play them in their amp and speaker. Each time an alliance plays 2 notes in their amp, the human player can hit a button to amplify their speaker for 10 seconds. Notes played in an amplified speaker are worth more points than those scored in an unamplified speaker. A human player may choose to play a note scored in their amp to cooperate with their opponent. If each alliance plays a note by hitting a cooperation button in the first 45 seconds of teleoff, all teams in the match receive a cooperation point, which will influence a team's rank in the tournament. The number of played notes needed for a bonus ranking point is also reduced. Robots are protected from contact by their opponents when at their podium, off the ground, and during the last 20 seconds of the match while in contact with their stage. As time runs out, robots race to get on stage and deliver notes through the flap and into the track. Bonus points are awarded for harmony when robots on stage use the same chain. On-stage robots earn even more points if a human player spotlights the robots on a chain by scoring a note on the chain's corresponding microphone. The alliance that earns the most points wins the match.
As you saw in the video, one of our objectives is
So you think you know Wix, but did you really?
Rise up. So that's what you see on the little robot right there. That is a prototype right now of what we're going to use to climb onto the chain.
Ready? Enabled. Clear. Go.
That's cool. Woo! We swear this works when we're in the robotics room. All right. Thank you guys so much for having us. Okay. Someone off spot.
Yep. Yuri, I'm gonna go grab a garbage bag from the room.
Thank you.
Yeah, the wheels all turn independently. You have to program it. So that's 8 motors that all work together for steering and that forms.
Yeah, I'll get better. Also, we put pins on all of you guys' champions. So,
What is it like, 5
so it's 60-60, but our team name is Circuit Limits.
I don't want to break down. I know.
How rainy is it outside, Mr. Todd?
Bad.
They just went to get trash bags.
Oh,
We're grabbing trash bags.
great. Okay.
Are you sure? So, you should leave it here.
We will.
You don't know how to drive it. Trash bags will be fine. We'll put all our jackets over the trash bag and then. Those always work.
Of course you do.
Excellent.
When are the first, regional?
March 7th. That's our first regional, that is Ventura Regional.
I believe we've got some stuff for it already.
Okay, as long as Mr. Fun is correct about that.
Yeah, we
And
get we're gonna get 2 vans to take the student there. We're gonna stay for like 2 nights, 3 days, 2 nights, and we'll be back on Sunday.
And then we have, our Aerospace Valley Regional here in Lancaster, that is at Eastside High School. That one is
April 3rd to 6th, I believe, or 4th, no, 4th through 6th, 4th, 5th, yeah. April 4th through the 6th. With Jen,
Let's move it on.
Let me go find out.
I thought you were gonna get.
I was gonna go find out.
Oh,
Alex,
Yeah.
It's gonna work.
Do we have?
move to the reporters.
I think we should wait for the rock guy.
I know.
It'll be hard. It's fine.
Yeah, we're good. No, she's gone. This one's one of those.
I'm so sorry. We can table.
Thanks for your support.
I'll grab it.
David Borchak, I'm Jay Matsu.
I'm Jason.
Oh, okay, I thought you were. Oh, okay,
I'd like to go on a bit.
all right, thank you.
I think.
Yeah, you work with Sean. Yeah, sorry. Well, thank you very much for your support of the.
Really good start coming down.
Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you, and have a good night, everybody.
Thank you. Good luck. All right, our team report.
Fortunately, I do have some bargaining concerns. I'll be speaking for them. But first, about the robotics, like what she said, my nephew was a very shy young man, and he got into robotics, and I got to watch him, his team, and the Roseman team at the East Side High in 2018, and it really brought him out of the shell. Now he's at San Luis Obispo College. I couldn't be more proud. He has really grown into a wonderful young man, and very, very proud of him. All right. Okay. All right, so some bargaining concerns. The last several years have shown a dramatic improvement in the district's financial health. Several years ago, the district's budget was operating in a deficit so severe that the balance at the end of the 2018-2019 school year was over $3 million in the red. Whereas at the end of last year, the district's budget showed a positive ending balance of over $36 billion. Even focusing on strictly the unrestricted funds reveals that the district turned that negative into a positive ending balance of over $21 million. Superintendent Gaines and other district management should be commended for turning SKUSD's budget from a negative into a positive. However, over the last 4+ years, the district has not done all that it can to proportionally share that success with its employees. The district's goal should be to do all that it can to attract and retain the best teachers in a labor market where a shortage of teachers still exists. Instead, what we have seen over the last few years is the district's LCFF revenues grow 11%, 14%, and almost 10% for the current year. The ongoing portion of RT's salary supplements over those years has not kept pace with the increases the district has seen. Specifically, they have been 3% and 8%, with this year's increase still being bargained. Over those last 3 years, the district has built up an unrestricted reserve from 14% to over 30% to its current status of about 38%. The state mandates that the districts like SKUSD should have a cap on reserve of 10%. SKUSD's reserve far exceeds that cap. It's time for them to stop this excessive savings for an unknown future and spend the money that they are allotted on the people and programs they have now. SKUSD has the opportunity and the obligation to get and keep the best and brightest teachers in our district by making our teachers a bigger priority in its budget. To sum it up, it's time to do better for SKUSD programs and employees. SKUSD needs to compete for the educator labor with a competitive compensation. SKUSD can afford to compete harder than it has in recent years. While the revenues have grown, the relative size of the slice of the budget pie for employees has reduced 87% down to 78%. Unrestricted reserves of 38% means that the district is not spending the money that the state intends it to spend on current programs and employees. It's time to stop the excessive savings and start spending what SKUSD can afford on its people. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you. CSEA? Don't really have much to report. I had my first meeting as president with Ms. Gaines. I believe it went pretty well. And we are just waiting for you to approve our TA that's on the agenda tonight.
Is it president?
Yes.
CSA?
Yes. Our e-board.
Oh.
So, thank you. Thank you. Student board member?
Okay, starting off with West Park, the student dance is this Friday. And then moving on to Roosevelt Elementary School. The RES book fair has been going on this week. Black History Month is in full swing. Students and staff are participating through art projects, storytelling, and Black History spotlights. The cheaper trips are scheduled and will happen this month. Kindergarten and TK students will be attending the Heat of the Bay Aquarium this month, and fifth graders will be going to the LPAC. The PBIS team is meeting regularly and are reworking our school-wide expectations. Award ceremonies have been going on for 2 weeks, recognizing the accomplishments of our wonderful students, and the PIQE classes are still happening at RES, and attendance is good. And RES students will compete in the Oral Language Festival and Spelling Bee this month. Moving on to Tropico. TMS boys, 8th grade and 6th and 7th grade girls played in the second round of basketball playoffs today. The scores haven't been reported to me yet. To be determined. The community center, the SKUSD parent and community center's current hours are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And then again on Wednesdays from 2:30 to 5 p.m. Anytime the parent and community center needs to close during posted open hours, rather than sending a message, it will be noted on the digital sign attached to the building. If you haven't done so already, Mrs. Mitchell would like to ask all of our families to take a moment and fill out the parent and community center survey. This survey will give us a better idea of the resources and classes you would like to see offered at the center. This is 6 questions and will only take a couple of minutes. Lastly, there are still tote bags available with school supplies. There are still available tote bags full of school supplies for anyone who may need them. Come by during open hours for fun. Lastly, moving on to Roseman High. Cadet Corps drill competition. So the cadets competed and won first, second, and third place trophies in preparation for state competition. And then the bivouac, I think that's how it's pronounced, competition is February 23rd through the 25th. That's cadet training in Bakersfield. And then summer encampment registration is open. Drama is extremely grateful for the tickets purchased for drama students to attend the You're a Good Man Charlie Brown musical at ABC that Ms. Burgess actually participated in. She was in the show. And getting to see live theater in our own community is amazing for the students. The advanced drama class has a student-directed variety show coming up Friday, February 22nd and 23rd at 7 p.m. Baseball and softball has their first games next week on the 13th against Inlet Valley High School here. Basketball senior night was last night, and both teams beat Kern Valley yesterday, resulting in both High Desert League titles. So they're both first place right now. And they are playing on Thursday, so tomorrow at Desert. But whether they win or lose, it's and then soccer senior night is tomorrow, and they'll be playing Desert. And then ballroom dance has started at the high school, and we've had a very successful turnout. Competition will be in March at ABC, and we would like to thank Ms. Gaines for working hard to bring ballroom dance back to the high school.
Thank you. Sorry, CBL report, Mr. Irving.
Alrighty. Update on construction. It's been raining a lot, so not a lot of work happening outside. Work is continued on the interior of the classrooms at West Park and Tropico, but kind of hard for the guys to work outside on the cafeteria at the moment. You can all hear it. Update on consolidation with RCSD. We had a long time simmering project that predates me coming back to the district, but we had a meeting last week. Superintendent Gaines, myself, Raleigh, a couple people from RCSD and the State Water Board to go over what consolidation looks like, what it would take to connect the high school to RCSD versus the well site, and hopefully by the next board meeting we have a tentative contract, the memorandum of understanding with RCSD about what that would look like in terms of working our property, looking at the progress than expected, granted it, state agency, so, we'll probably have a little more of a delay. It looks like it would be about a year out if everything goes according to plan, to have a domestic, water connected for, the high school, so that, it's not, the only thing left that would be running off of the well would be, irrigation, which, still win-win for, the district in terms of, we can have some use for the well, but we're not, having to make sure the drinking fountains are off and do the quarterly water reports and all of that come with, using a well. On the board agenda is the tentative agreement with CSUA. In front of each of you is a copy of the salary schedule with the classification highlighted on the front page there on account of, while double checking things last night, realized I left out a group, so there's a little bit of an addendum to modify the schedule so that all the classifications are on there. So that is it for me.
Thank you, Robert. Assistant Superintendent of Instruction and Curriculum, Dr. Mendez.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Good evening to our families that join us online as well. And congratulations to the students on their presentation on the robotics training, different things that they're learning in terms of their in the classroom and then providing a demonstration. So congratulations to them. CERT reports, school accountability report cards. Those were submitted. Also, communications were sent out via Aries Communications in regards to where they can be found on the website. The school has their own school accountability report card that is posted, and each report will provide information that includes like student demographics, enrollment, number of students we have, curriculum that's being utilized, facilities, that type of information found on school accountability report cards, and those are updated every year. We had our district advisory council meeting January 30th. We obtained input from the district advisory council in regards to our local control and accountability plan. Specific action items, we'll continue with those at our next DAC committee. We had our ethics studies committee meeting today. We continue to work on the course description so that we can submit that to UCOP, University California Office of the President for review so that we may obtain students may obtain elective credit in the area of G, elective, for that course upcoming in the next school year. Okay, professional development. We had an opportunity to participate with Dr. Luis Cruz from Solution Tree in Bakersfield. Our team members attended the last session of the series of sessions on February 1st. And the work continues to be around the 4 questions in regards to professional learning communities. So we've had Thinking Maps training from Kern County Superintendent Schools Office. We'll have Dr. Wetzel. She's going to be back tomorrow to work with TK through 2nd grade teachers, grade level chairs on high priority standards as well as learning progressions. And then she's going to offer a whole group optional after school for TK through 2nd grade. And that'll be here in the boardroom tomorrow. Okay. Those are the updates that I have.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Assistant Superintendent of Special Education and Pupil Personnel, Taylor.
Hello, everybody. I want to comment about robotics too. That was an amazing presentation. Really nice. I would have loved to have driven it, but I probably would have crashed. I don't think I would have done it as well as you. So, awesome job. I also was one of the participants with the Solution Tree with Dr. Cruz training. We did our final culminating activity last week, and we created an RTI work pyramid.
And in that pyramid, we were given the task of looking at the different intervention strategies that are available to utilize and determine whether or not we were interested in using them, but not yet, or whether we are using them, but not with full fidelity, or whether we were using them at an expert level, as he said. And it was very enlightening. It was a great activity. We had representatives from every campus who attended doing this. And so we decided after we finished it that we would like to reconvene every year and revisit it and do it again so that we can see how much growth that we make each year towards those goals, and then compare it to the success of our students to see the correlation there too. So it was a great training, thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think everybody there got a lot out of it. We also today had an N2Y training here for our new curriculum that we're bringing to the district. We had all of our Mod Severe teachers here. We had an administrator from every campus. We had some paraeducators, school psychologists. We just had a very large team here. All of the staff in our special education department. And I think the training was amazing. Everybody seemed very excited about the new opportunities that they were going to have in this curriculum. It addresses not only academic lessons, but also incorporates in it proactive behavior supports and rewards. It has sections on news and current events for all the kiddos. It has transition and adult life activities for the high schoolers. It's just extremely thorough as communication boards for our nonverbal students. It's such a thorough, comprehensive program, and all of it collects data for you. So you can go in and print out reports to see the student progress as they're working through the programs. So it was very well received, and I think we're all very excited to get it going. And that's it for me.
Thank you very much. Associate Superintendent of Human Resources, Margaret.
Good evening, and good luck to our robotics team as they venture out to those regionals. I hope to hear that she'll be going to those worlds. Our school sites are working with their staff members to choose a teacher of the year at each school site. So hopefully those are due to on Friday. So hopefully at the next board meeting we'll be able to announce those that were selected as teacher of the year by their peers at their school sites. Tomorrow the calendar committee is going to have our first meeting to take a look at the 24-25 school calendar. We're going to meet at the Parent Center at 3:30. And we have a new SKUSD video. It was created by Gabe Sultan and Z Access. It's a great video. And this is currently on our website. Yes.
I'm Barbara Gaines, Superintendent of Southern Kern Unified School District. Southern Kern is an inclusive school district located in Rosemont, California. We have 6 schools ranging from TK through high school. Currently in Southern Kern, we have 3 construction projects going on with the potential of a 4th one, which will afford us 28 new classrooms. And we're also looking at some projects at our elementary schools as well. So a lot of action in Southern Kern. One of the things that I absolutely love talking about is our CTE programs.
My name is Mark Riley. I've been teaching auto and welding for over 9 years now. These careers lead on to auto placement for dealerships, independent auto repair facilities. Welding leads on to Northrop, pretty much any structural welding in any industry. This school actually has 12 different industry sectors that the kids can learn and go into. Young students get ready for the workforce and whatever career they choose.
And we also have very strong Paxton Patterson lab.
My name is Shauna
Tenich. I have been teaching the Paxton Patterson program for 2 years now. The Paxton Patterson STEM Lab leads to a variety of careers. There are medical fields that we study, like veterinary medicine, biomedical technology, and nursing. We have home maintenance systems. We also have several energy modules where students learn about alternative energy and how electricity works. We have flight and drone tech. There are several design programs. We also have forensic science and video production.
I have one of the best teaching staffs I've ever worked with, along with our classified staff as well.
My name is Rebecca Morris, and I work at Southern Kern Unified School District. This is my 28th year teaching, the 27th year in Southern Kern Unified. We're really big on working together. Kindergarten teachers working with 4th grade teachers, 5th grade teachers working with TK teachers. Like I mentioned before, it's very collaborative. We really work together. West Park is a really great place to be. We have a great set of administrators. We have great office staff, great custodial staff. Everyone here is just like one big happy family, and it's really neat because it kind of translates to the kids too. The students are happy to be here, the staff is happy to be here, and that's what makes a great school.
My name is Sarah Varela, and I teach 2nd grade here at Southern Kern Unified. I've taught here for like 23 years now, and I've taught all different grade levels, but this year I'm in 2nd grade. I have both credentials, my single subject and multiple subject, and because Southern Kern is a K through 12 district, I can move grade levels up and down and not lose any time or have to start over by moving districts. So I can teach high school or I can teach kindergarten and move around freely when I need a change. And that's a nice option to have. I think students should enroll here because a lot of the teachers grew up here, they live in the community, and they actually have an investment in the students here. We care about who they become and what kind of people because, hopefully they will stay in the area. And I just think it's the genuine, sincere caring that we have for our students that would make it an advantage for them to enroll here.
My name is John Ferrandini. I've been teaching music for the past 26 years. Music is a language. They're learning to interpret that language to then perform that interpreted language with their instrument, and that crosses over to many different career fields. It's just a lot of fun.
We're very pleased with the fact that Rosamond High Early College campus has our dual enrollment program with Antelope Valley Community College. We offer classes right here on our campus. Not only do they get free tuition, Southern Kern Unified School District pays for all of their textbooks to encourage them to take college classes while completing their A&G requirements at the high school.
I'm Veronica Carr. I am an English teacher at Rosamond High Early College campus, and to make me a little busier, I guess, I'm an adjunct professor of English at Antelope Valley College. I think that teaching in Southern Kern in Rosamond, California, there is a unique sense of community. Over my tenure in this district, I have had families, I've had siblings, gotten to know uncles and aunts and grandparents.
We have a phenomenal cadet corps program. We have over 100 students at Rosamond High who participate in cadet corps. They have won many outstanding state awards. And we also have students at Tropico Middle School who are also in cadet corps. Those are just some of the wonderful programs that we have. We are WASP accredited. We're very proud that we have 6 schools, 2 elementaries, 1 middle school, a continuation high school, an independent study school, and also our Rosamond High Early College campus.
That was me. Superintendent report, Ms. Gaines.
Okay. First of all, I want to say, Mary, we really enjoyed our first meeting together, and I know that we'll have many more. It's
It's a pleasure. And John, we return to the drawing board, I guess you could call it, on Monday. So, who knows? Let's just go back and hopefully we'll be able to come to some sort of consensus. It's always a pleasure working with the teachers and you as well. Enjoy our meetings and doing it as well. I don't know if anybody heard it, but one of the things I'm pretty sure I heard from my robotics team was they need more space. Did anybody else hear them say that? Or was that just me? They said that. I'm like, oh, please don't ask me for more space. I'm not sure at this point in time where we're going to get them. I know they need it. So, Robert, we need to think about more space for the robotics team. I'm always so impressed with what these kids can do. Really, it's so incredible, and to see the leadership they develop, it's just. I certainly hope that they get past the March 7th through the 10th, the first regional, so we don't have to worry about the second one. And we're off to the nationals. I could go, Maria. Okay, I'm just saying, could happen. So that's never been. I don't think I've ever been to. Where was it? Houston. Oh no, we've been to Houston, so that might be exciting for me. I want to congratulate all the sports teams. Just they never cease to amaze me. The sports teams, they're phenomenal. And I want to say that all of our schools are in the midst of taking their first semester achiever trips. And I just can't wait till the kids go and come back from some of these trips and start talking about how much fun they actually had, especially when they go to like medieval times and have the chicken dinner, eat with your fingers. I'm really excited about that. They're trying to convince Robert to go, aren't they, Robert? Yeah, have you decided to go?
If they need me, I said I might be available.
There you go. You might be going to medieval times. And I also want to remind all of our teachers and staff members that right now Dr. Mendez has sent out requests for anyone who wants to attend Avid Summer Institute, the PLC conference this summer. And I know that Ms. Fallon Mitchell is also asking if anyone wants to attend the Community School Grant Conference, which happens to be in Hollywood, right? Hollywood this summer. So there are openings. If you have any interest in any of these three areas, please sign up and join us for these conferences. I think can't wait to see the ballroom dancing, by the way, says the girl with two left feet. I cannot wait to see it. But yeah, I think that's something to see.
Thank you very much. Board member communications, we will start with Marty.
Just want to thank everybody for coming. Everybody on the computers. Robotics is awesome. I think that's one of our very exciting projects that we've got going at the high school. And I would love to give them space and figure out where to put some of them. Just having a plan. Where's Nino at? He's got a plan something too.
Promise me plans.
Okay, that's it.
Thank you. Wayne?
Thanks everybody for coming. You know, Barbara showed me the enrollment video from like a week ago. And that was like maybe about a week ago. I think it's pretty awesome. So it represents the current truly amazing passion, I think. But I'm ready for this weather to be over. And I'm not gonna say it. I probably should say it, but never mind. So that's all I have.
Adrian? Okay, good evening, everyone. So Ms. Gaines, you had touched on robotics, asking for some more room. And I think, maybe we can find some storage because they said that some of their items are getting damaged. So I think that might be an immediate, just look at that. So, I mean, just having them leave the room here and hearing the rain outside, I wait for the trash bags. I don't want their, all the hard work to get damaged. Hopefully we can find for them. But I did like what they said that they were looking to expand, Lego robotics to the elementary school. So that obviously would be exciting. They I'm glad that they let us know what wolves was because I wasn't too sure about what that was. You had mentioned PIQ. What is that?
Honestly, I emailed all the principals and I asked them like, what would you like me to put in my report? And then Mr. Adams just said, here you go.
Yeah, so it's PK, it's the Parent Institute for Quality Education. We already have them at the high school and Alpha. It's an 8-week course for parents.
Okay. Yeah, because I know when I, drive past the high school, I see that on the board, but, it's just so brief. It's like, what is that? So when she mentioned it, okay. And then the survey that you were sending out to parents, would we be able to see what it is that?
Yeah, there's only 6 questions. The first 2 are the basic questions about what schools like for students can grade. And then the other questions are just what kind of resources are you looking for from the Parent Community Center and what classes you would like to take. And the last 2 were just, where do you feel like your school excels and what are some areas that you would like to see?
We're stuck in here tonight. Let's get comfortable.
But I can send you a copy of the question.
Okay, that'd be great. Yes, that's pretty much it. Thank everyone for your reports this evening. I appreciate them. And that's it. Sending it back to you. Thanks, Adrian. Thank you very much, guys. Yes, robotics was great. Like I saw the wheels swirling. I was like, what's happening? Maybe you can tell us a little bit more. You're the only representative here. Are you sure? No, it was really exciting to see that, and I hope you guys go far and take all of this stuff that you learned and use it later. And like the last girl was Yuri. She said like, hey, like I can talk to people now. It's crazy, and it brings you out of your shell. So use it, do all the things.
You should see her during the normal school day versus robotics. It's like 2 different people. 2 different people. It's 9 day.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was able to make it out to RES last week. You saw me, Mr. Adams. I was there. I made it. I got to spend some time with Mr. Vanhan, and I got to see a TK classroom. I got to see a kindergarten classroom. I got to talk to the kids. They made me feel all special. I was like, you guys are amazing. You guys are the future. And they're like, yeah, we are. It's amazing. So that was nice. And I was able to make it to West Park for some awards. And I was talking to you, and I was like, hey, there was like trash cans in the gym. And I was like, oh, didn't have any leaks to it. No, the leaks are elsewhere. They're somewhere else. So what were we doing about that? I heard about like Tropico's gym was kind of flooded or something. Leaks. Yeah, sorry, leaks. Yeah. So we gotta repair those. So that's fun. Okay, so when it rains, it literally pours, right? What else? I don't know. This is perfect for planting. If you want to plant a tree anytime soon, dig your hole while the ground is soft. Throw some seeds out there and watch what grows, right? Plant those seeds and watch them grow.
You pull all those weeds on all the campuses while the grass nice and
Exactly. Listen, I'm a weirdo. I'll be out there in my backyard. I'm like, whoa. Like it's just so satisfying pulling those weeds out. So you should do it. It'll be nice. What else do I have for you guys? I don't know. I love the video. I love that video. Like I watched it and it was like,
It was a little off the.
I think it was just the audio. I think it was just the audio on
not
it.
right
When you
today.
showed it to me before, it looked really good. And like I graduated from Rosen High School. I was at Chappaqua. You know. I left. I came back. I had my kids here. They go to school here, so I'm vested. I want to see everybody be successful. I want us to be able to offer our kids, our students, things and options that they can take into the future and make them into well-rounded human beings, So I'm just really excited to see that video. I'm really excited to be here. I'm happy all of you guys are here. Glad you guys are watching. And thank you. That was it. Let's see what we have next. Comments from the public?
No.
None. All right. Consent items A through O. Any questions, concerns? I do have a question for you, and it's for Cheryl. Or item J, butterfly effect therapy agreement for services. I was reading the contract, and to me it seemed like it was a flat fee plus an hourly fee.
It was for different services. So the flat fee was for assessments. Hourly fee is for direct services and IEP attendance.
Okay, so flat fee is for assessment, and then the hourly things are for us. Okay, so they're not.
No, it's not on top of each other.
Okay, that was my only question. Anybody else have any questions?
Not yet.
No? Okay, do I hear a motion?
Motion to accept the consent items.
Kara's motion, second by Moore. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have any advice? Nope. No advice for nursing? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay, general increase in board meeting stipend.
Okay, a couple of years ago, I really was concerned because my board members were attending sometimes 2-3 nights a week, and their stipend was very, very, very small. So I set out on a mission to increase their stipend, and the most I can increase it by annually is by 5%. So it's that time of the year when I would like to increase it again. I usually do it about every February. Check the records, you'll see that I will check. And you'll see that the increase of 5% takes them currently from $264.60 to $277.83 as their new stipend. And I can tell you, as you all are aware, there have been weeks that you're here for next week. So I just feel like mileage and time and everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we just be transparent about that? Like, we helped Barbara make that healthy reserve and spend 3-4 nights, 5-6 hours. And we get $277 for the month. And everything that this district goes through comes through us.
It's just that.
Just in discipline hearings alone last year, how many hours did we spend?
It was 125.
And 0, right? So let's be transparent about that.
So anyway, this is what this can do. To ask the board to do this.
Okay. For your motion?
Motion.
Second? Also. Yeah, so the second side. All in favor? Aye. Okay, CSBA delegate assembly election, sub-region 12B, 2 vacancies.
Yes, for our region, and I apologize, Madam President, I am without my glasses today. We're just trying to hang in there up until midnight. Are these on? Now you're telling me what time. No.
No, okay, sorry.
Okay, I can make it quick. Anyway, for our region, and I know it says our region on here, it says sub-region 12-B, there are 2 vacancies. Please note that there are 2 people running, and there are 2 vacancies. So I would like to ask the board, one of them is Anthony Fuentes from Bakersfield City School District, and the other one is Pamela, Jacobson from Standard School District. Thank you. Where is Standard? Bakersfield, yeah. So I would like to ask the board to consider voting for both of these board members to represent our region.
So there's 2 vacancies and there's only 2 applicants, is that correct?
Yes, correct. This is for the California School Boards Association Delegate Assembly.
Great. Motion by Chair, second by Moore, all in favor? Aye. Alright, business and operations. First, content review and reading only of the 2023-2024 Comprehensive School Safety Plan, CSSP. Mr. Irving.
Alright. So almost, well, it's that time of the year again for, updating and approvals of safety plans. The deadline for the school sites that have their site safety plans approved by the site is March 1st. And as a bit of a precursor to that is the bringing the plans to the board for input, advice, anything that, to add to it to make sure that everything is up to, not for lack of a better phrase, in the interest of trying to save a tree or 2 that Sunny planted. Alma has put together a binder with the current safety plans in it. They're still works in progress as we get closer to the run up to the end of the month. But so.
And Mr. Irving, if I may add, board members, as you peruse through this notebook that Ms. Holland made for you, I highly recommend that as you look, feel free to write on these are yours. These are just informational at this point in time. If you think there's something that is not in that school, that safety plan that needs to be there, please make a note, send me an email so that I don't have to wait until the next board meeting to let my site administrators know. I can give them a heads up. Board is noticing there's nothing on in this area that they feel should be there in case of some kind of emergency. Please do that.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. Okay, next, approved change in contract with Medallion Contracting, Inc., order number 06 for site utility work for Choctaw Middle School expansion project. Total change of $147,138.14, Mr. Irving.
Alrighty, so this PCO project change order number 6 incorporates a fair amount of change orders that have taken place between in the last couple of months. The largest portion of that is the installation of a new booster pump for what will become the play field over there. The current one was fine for the size of the field that was there. The newer field will be larger, and in order to make sure that the sprinklers and everything have enough water pressure to adequately water the field, there's a change order for a new booster pump to give that extra water pressure. There's the other large item in this is the tamper switch for the fire water for the sprinklers to have that installed and connected so that everything has adequate fire suppression system. And the third large piece of this is the additional signage so that the classroom signage for Tropico will look akin to what is currently at the high school in terms of style. The colors will obviously be different to match the color scheme and layout at Tropico, but updated signage for the buildings as well as room numbers. So, are there any questions?
We decided it was actually a request from the fire marshal, so they can find which building to go to and set the happens. So, in case anybody wants to know about signage.
Hopefully, definitely, do I hear a motion?
I'll let the motion move to accept. Any change one?
Second by Mr. Moore, all in favor? Aye. Okay, approve E-rate contract award to SHI for request for proposal RFP 2024-01 470. There's a lot of numbers. Mr. Weissman.
So, E-rate is a federal program that pays school districts to build out their networks. We submitted an RFP for about 89 switches, network switches, which are the backbone of our network. We use E-rate funding to pay for the network switches. We received 5 bids. We've selected the winning bid from SHI, which is a trusted vendor for us, who will provide us with 89 switches and the different components that go with those switches. E-rate will pay 85% of the cost. We will get some funding through E-rate, and we will use ESSER funding for the remainder of the project. We'll work with Robert to determine how much ESSER funding we use.
Okay, so you're not sure how much we'll need at this time?
I'm not sure. It's going to depend on how much ESSER funding Robert wants us to use.
Robert, you know?
Well, how much ESSER funding?
Well, the 15%. So they're going to cover 85%, which is great.
Yeah.
I was just wondering what our 15% would be.
I believe in. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dan. I'm working off memory here.
We have about $350,000 left of E-rate funding, so we'll use that to pay for about half of the project, and the other half we'll use ESSER funding. But we haven't determined exactly how that split's going to work. It depends on how much ESSER funding we have left and what we want to spend that ESSER funding on, and if we want to use more ESSER funding, because we could use more ESSER funding on it, and then we'd have E-rate money left over for next year to use. So it depends on how we want to spend our ESSER funding.
Thank you. Do I hear a motion? Motion by Mr. Rice. Seconded by Ms. Shimansky. All in favor? Aye. Okay, here we go. Request for proposal of Southern Kern Unified School District voice over IP phone system installation for Tropical Middle School. Mr. West.
I'm gonna talk about both of them. There's the installation and the equipment. Tropical Middle School, the new campus will have a new voice over IP phone system and clock bell paging system, the same one that the whole district will be on by the end of this school year for the start of next school year. We've transitioned the whole district to a new phone system and a new clock bell paging system. We need to set up that same system in the Tropical Middle School old campus so that they're on the same system with the new campus and with the rest of the district. So we have 2 RFPs. One is for the equipment, the phones, the clock bell combo boxes, the wireless access points, the exterior horns. So one is for a vendor to procure the equipment, and the other is for a vendor to come and do the installation, which is mostly a cabling project. So we will submit these requests for proposals. We'll get the bids in, we'll select a winning bid, and we'll bring it back to the board for approval.
Thank you. Okay. Approve retirement incentive for employees in positions covered by the bargaining agreement with the RTA employees that have submitted a written application of their retirement at the conclusion of 2023 school year to Human Resources Department by February 23rd, 2024. We'll receive a one-time payment of $1,000 on June 30th, 2024. Mrs. Harkins.
We did offer this incentive last year, and this incentive helps us to know who is going to be retiring. That helps us with staffing needs. It also allows us to celebrate them. A retirement reception and a nice gift before they depart the district.
How many have come forward saying to return?
So far, I only have 3. I've heard there's others, but I don't know anything else.
And they only have until the 23rd to accept that offer. Okay. Motion by Gutierrez. Second by Brendan. All in favor? Aye. Okay, so approve AB 1200 disclosure costs and approval of the tentative agreement with the bargaining unit, CSEA and its Roseman Chapter 587, Mr. Irving.
Alrighty, so negotiations, are really the tipping point of all the fun. After hopefully knock on wood, everything's settled at the table and comes out. The bargaining unit themselves need to have their members ratify, and then on the district side, part of fiscal oversight by the county offices is Assembly Bill 1200, where we need to, on the district side, give a financial disclosure to the county office to say, hey, we have a deal, here's how much it's going to cost. Okay, with this, they have access to our books, they have to approve our, interims and unaudited actuals after they go to the board. So, all of that said, that there's 2 certificates that me and Barbara signed, and then one that the board signs. Saying here's the disclosure amount. The county office has sent down a letter approving that yes, this looks okay, and that we have adequate reserves. We're not overextending ourselves with the bargain or with the what we came out of negotiations with. So in this case, with the CSEA, with their salary increases and changes to longevity and everything else, the bottom line dollar amount is $1,139,535. County has given their blessing to starting to come down and find out what are you doing with that.
Thank you.
Motion to accept.
Motion to accept by Gutierrez. All in favor? Aye. All right. Approved memorandum of understanding MOU by and between the California CSEA and its Roseman chapter and the Southern Kern Unified School District concerning the translation compensation for classified bargaining unit members. Mrs. Gates.
Yes, Board, if you will look on page 195, there is a copy of the MOU there. We sort of defined the meetings here. We could possibly need translation and a new hourly rate to pay our translators. So this is an MOU between CSEA, signed by former President Mr. Keith Hargis, Mr. Chris Virginko, who is the labor rep for CSEA, and myself. So just asking you to approve that MOU this evening.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Motion by Gutierrez, seconded by Moore. All in favor? Aye. Ready, next item, approve revised tentative agreement, TA, between the Southern Kern Unified School District and California CSEA and its Roseman chapter collective bargaining agreement for July 1, 2023 through June 30th, 2026, dated January 13th, 2024. Mrs. Gaines.
Yes, and on the back of 195, I believe is the beginning of the tentative agreement on page 196, and I get a little nervous about all the colors. The colors will disappear after you vote for this.
All the red and the lime.
No, it's our, trust me, we get it. We're sorry you're like, what is going on here? It works for us. But anyway, I want to just say that, as I mentioned earlier, it was a pleasure working with our classified bargaining unit. Even though we're opposite sides of the table, we do laugh sometimes, and things are funny, and but we're not going to tell you what we're laughing at. But so I just ask the board to please approve this, so Robert can get busy getting these people their money.
Yes, please. Yeah, we found out you're a Swiftie too.
Yes, and they found out I was a Swift.
Oh, that's how they got
it.
it. That's how they got it.
I'm also a Chiefs.
Motion by Kara, seconded by?
Disney Plus, her Eras is gonna be on this month.
On Disney Plus. Okay, seconded by Moore, all in favor? Aye. Student vote, all right.
Thank you.
All right, so personnel items, approve, Ms. Hargis, go ahead.
I asked you to approve the personnel items as written.
Motion to accept as written.
Motion by Gutierrez, seconded by Moore, all in favor? Aye, 4 ayes. One absent. And last but not least, I make a motion to adjourn. Do I hear a second? I'll second. Thank you. And all in favor? Aye.
What?